Now that I've got your attention, today we have Ultron release and the 2.5 update trailer. Or the Ultron trailer and the 2.5 updates. I haven't seen any of this. I haven't seen any of anything yet. I've stayed away from TikTok, stayed away from YouTube spoilers, everything. This is completely blind. And we're just gonna jump right into it. I'm excited to see Ultron. I'm excited to finally get some, more supports. I'm glad everyone's excited for him. What a character release, I will say. Looks great. Insane damage off the start. That's... Hold on. Sorry, I know I'll let the trailer play after this, but this is already off to crazy damage. That's Magneto, by the way. That was about, what, like... Probably about 70 health, just like that. Air dash. Looks like he's got a regular blast and like a pulse beam like Scarlet has, where she has her regular left click and then the right click kind of deal. He's got high mobility. Okay, so right there, he pops a little shield and it gives everyone shield. Yeah? He's got like an Emma left click. You have to be precise with it, no auto aim. Yeah, see, no shield, no shield, no shield, no shield. I don't know what that is. That little marker above? Yeah, see, everyone's got shield now. Some Adam Warlock type healing? Wait, what? Insane damage. I'm not entirely sure what's happening here. So this is his ult, I have to assume. Insane damage. We've got a very high DPS healer, it seems, which gives me a little bit less faith, because I think we're going to see a lot of DPS and not a lot of heals when he comes out. He's in high demand already. We haven't even gotten this guy yet. Already in crazy high demand. People are losing their mind over him. Obviously, he's a favorite character. He was great in the movies. He's a very formidable enemy in the comics. They went with the more robotic approach to his voice rather than the movies, which, this is much more... this game is much more comic loyal than normal. May 30th? That's, what, about a week from now? Okay. Again, some of his abilities, I couldn't really tell what they did. He gives shields. He does insane damage. Past that, I couldn't really tell what I was looking at for the most part. But either way, we're going to take a look at the 2.5 dev changes. And we're going to see what that's all about. I know Jeff is getting rework. Very excited. Hope it's very good. I don't know much yet.
Hello everyone, Guang here.
Oh, that's the guy from last time. I love this guy. They're here, new map, new team-ups. Insane. They just keep giving us stuff. Obviously, Ultron's the new hero. New map, don't know yet, don't know anything. They just keep giving us stuff. New team-ups, I don't know much either.
After the Hellfire Gala was crushed by Ultron's surprise attack,
We'll go full screen for this.
The mutants of Crocodile faced some of their toughest days yet. Now, Ultron has stolen Cerebro, evolved into the even more formidable Ultron, and
we did see this. If you pay attention to the Krakoa maps at the end, he takes Cerebro and becomes a part of him. That's just like the after the game cinematic.
Retreated to his new stronghold, Araco. Once Crocodile's
Araco? Is that just Krakoa with the letters mixed up?
sister Iron, Araco, has lost all its vitality, transformed by Ultron into a cold, merciless, mechanical world.
I love the ego on Ultron, just putting his faces everywhere.
But the fight is an
So that's the map.
heroes regrouping after their setback. must now join forces with Crocodile to save Araco.
That is just the letters mixed around. That's funny.
Now, let's talk about Ultron as a playable hero. He's a strategist who can provide consistent healing to his allies.
Okay.
However, he can also unleash devastating energy beams against enemies.
Yeah, his damage looks
His
quite
unique
crazy.
primary weapon introduces an all-new shooting.
He also looks like a very mobile air-based flyer, which is, you know, thank God. We haven't gotten Adam Warlock's flight yet, but, you know.
experience.
I don't know if we
As
will.
a flying strategist, Ultron
Our first flying strategist, by the way. Very excited, very excited. We don't really have... I mean, the closest we have to, like, mobility-wise is Jeff. He's getting a change. I hope they don't ruin that. But he's, you know, he could go up walls and whatnot. I don't think... Rocket can dash and climb up walls, kind of. It's not too great. It's not as good as Jeff. I think past that... What? Loki can, like, teleport to clones. That's not much. Adam can't do anything. Luna can go fast. Susan can jump high. This is, like, the most mobility we have in a strategist so far, which... You know, it's nice. The strategists can, like, survive. They're not going to have trouble getting dived. I assume he's probably going to be... Ultron's going to be very easy to counter Spider-Man. And all, like, dive characters, because not only can he be in the air, but he has a strong damage. I have a lot of faith. I have faith with the character. I don't know how much I have faith with people playing him. I already have a lot of invisible women who run to the front line, do a lot of damage... And they're not really DPS oriented, so if you add an even more DPS oriented strategist, I kind of get scared what the people playing him might do. If you know what I mean.
Possibilities for your aerial lineups. For season 2.5, we are taking our dynamic team up ability system even further.
Okay.
With broader
Are we removing team ups?
adjustments to team ups.
I hope not. I like the team ups where they are right now. I miss the Wanda and Magneto one. I don't really care for the Wanda and Strange one. I think it's a little boring.
More strategy and
my personal opinion
to every battle. In this update, we are adding 6 new team up abilities.
Okay, 6 added, 4 removed. Ah! I hope they're removed. Listen. I know the Gamma Squid with Namor was just added, right? It was just added not too long ago. But God, it's overpowered. I play as Namor, I play as Hulk. I've played against Namor with the Hulk team up. It's gross. It's honestly gross.
Removing 4 and
removed ammo overload. That's fine. That was only for 2 people. Chilling charisma. Ooh. What? Sharknado? What? That's Storm. She has her tornado. Okay. Mike, no idea. Okay, so Jeff is getting 2 team ups. See, oh my gosh, I saw people, they were memeing about Jeff should get a symbiote ability, because in the comics he had a symbiote ability. Incredible. Hawkeye and, I don't even know what the Hawkeye Black Widow team up is. I've never played either of those characters. That's unfortunate we lost that. I mean, we got 2 more for Jeff. Luna and Hawkeye, that's going to be a pain. Microchip, Stark Protocol, ooh, with him and Ultron. And then Rocket and Penny? These are some interesting ones.
Overall, by season 2.5, more than 50% of our team up abilities have changed compared to season 0. And by popular demand, we are adding the Gemnado team up ability. We love hearing
No, go back!
Have changed compared to season 0. And by
this is the Jeff NATO?
Popular demand, we are adding the Gemnado team up ability.
So does the Fear the Goddess, Fear the Wrath of the Goddess, and you could see that only
abilities have changed compared to season 0.
Oh, sorry.
And by
you could see that at the end
demand, we are adding the Gemnado
they die, and then Groot gets sucked up.
We love hearing your ideas. And community feedback.
And we got a Sharknado. That's crazy. That's so funny.
So keep those suggestions coming.
I do like how they're because the Jeff and Venom team up was very like joked about, and like some people were serious about it in the community. So that leads me to believe that they're actually like really listening to the community. And the Sharknado's crazy. Jeff gets 2 team-ups. I think only like 3 characters have gotten 2 team-ups. I don't how many characters have gotten 2 team-ups at once? Thor, because he had Hela's team-up and Cap's team-up at one point. I don't know any past that.
On June 6th, we're launching an exciting new limited-time experimental mode, Ultron's Battle Matrix Protocol. In this mode, 6 players can choose their own hero lineups, craft unique builds, and enhance their heroes' traits. Then, engage in battle against other players for the chance to claim victory.
What?
This mode is an experiment of how we can fulfill everyone's fantasies of Marvel superheroes teaming up.
So, they're adding a real-time strategy game? They're adding an RTS? This doesn't look turn-based. This looks like real-time. This looks like,
of a wider array
Halo Wars.
and amplify their states and abilities. Take a break from the high-octane cooperative team battles to enjoy streamlined, strategic, numerical.
This is a high step up from the Big Head mode. Big Head mode was really okay. There was too many Hawkeyes, too many Black Widows. It was boring a little bit. This is a huge jump up. This is a huge jump up from Big Head mode.
Based solo tactical play. As the battles unfold, you will see Venom grow into a colossal force after devouring enemies. Witness Hela's extreme fire rate and spitting projectiles as she cuts down.
He said solo, right?
Experience the increased strikes of Psylocke's ultimate. And behold, Namor commanding a full army of deep-sea creatures. Strategists will also unleash ultimate abilities that not only heal their allies, but also
I'm like fully engrossed in this. What?
deal tons of damage to their enemies. We've also taken note of your feedback regarding the previous giant-sized Brain Blast leaderboards.
Leaderboards.
This mode will now feature similar designs, allowing players to fully enjoy the experience based on their preferences.
What does that mean? Proficiency, avatars, mood, and emoji system. Oh! Oh, okay. I think I know what the proficiency avatars is. It's apparently like when you get a lord or just a regular. I could be wrong on this, but I think they were adding this. That like, if you have a skin equipped, it'll equip to the lord what skin you have on, making it more customizable, more personal, I guess.
With the launch of Season 2.5, we are introducing a new feature that showcases hero proficiency avatars on the Match Hero Select wheel. Additionally, we are rolling
So it just shows you which characters. I mean, okay.
out 2 fresh personalization systems, mood and emojis. We will continue to optimize the player experience with each version update.
I love this game. This game is so unserious. This game is so uncompetitive and unserious. It's so fun. I don't know how people are so... But like, the community in this game is kind of salty. There's a lot of good people in this game, and there's a lot of joyful people in this game. But there's a lot of people who are really salty about this game. But this is so cute. This is so unserious. I love this.
Starting from Season 3.
This is like a troll game, essentially. It's like I don't even know how to... It's like Overwatch, but obviously Marvel, and like, if it didn't take itself seriously at all. We have a Sharknado. We have a Sharknado.
The seasons of Marvel Rivals will be shortened to 2 months each, and we are diligently preparing for the new pace.
Okay, so they're gonna have a much bigger workload, the devs. I mean, hey, 2 months, that's insane. This is like the amount of workload they're taking on is kind of crazy. I don't see a lot of games keep up with things like this. Apex can't keep up with it. I don't know about Overwatch. I don't really pay attention to Overwatch. DBD has trouble. Like, I'm talking about live service games. They usually have trouble keeping up with workloads like this. I'm glad to see them so ambitious. It gives me a lot of faith within the game.
Has always been to provide fun and engaging superhero experiences for all Marvel Rivals fans. And the new heroes we're cooking up are definitely worth the wait. We'll gradually unveil a series of adjustments and updates for Season 3, so stay tuned.
I have zero idea I mean, we've known about Ultron for a while. He was leaked, and then we had trailers, not trailers, but we had hints in like, because we got the Hellfire Gala event, and Ultron crashed it, and so we were like, okay, obviously Ultron's coming, even though we already knew, right? But I have no idea past this.
In June, our Ignite tournament series.
The tournament's not for me.
Of competition. We hope everyone enjoys the excitement these matches bring. Now, let's turn it over to Zhiyong, who will share insights on the adjustments to team-up abilities and balance changes for Season 2.5.
I want to see the team-ups.
Zhiyong here to give you the details on our Season 2.5.
I'm really curious about the Penny and Rocket team-up.
It's packed with dynamic team-up ability changes and overall balance tweaks that are sure to ignite your battles.
I do appreciate how they're constantly like changing the team ups. They're constantly changing up the meta, which is very nice. I hate when games have stale metas and then everyone gets used to it. The fact that it's constantly changing, it does put more workload on them, which is unfortunate. But it is very nice to keep the game fresh. It's like, you know, obviously any game with like old like stale metas, it just becomes the same thing every round, and it's unfortunate. But I appreciate this.
In Season 2.0. we debuted adjustments for team-up abilities, injecting fresh energy into our game environment. With Season 2.5, we are going even further, with not only team-up ability changes, but also the arrival of our new hero Ultron and the key numerical balance updates, all set to deliver a whole new level of combat excitement.
Okay. New team-ups. Yes.
Venom takes center stage as the team-up anchor, sharing part of his symbiote with Jeff. This lets Jeff wield
Okay, so he heals with that and gives shield.
symbiote
You can see there was a little bit of shield with that too.
Venom takes center stage as the team-up anchor, sharing part of his symbiote with Jeff.
The healing speed isn't too good, but you know,
to link with allies and heal them in the heat of battle.
if you're linking up and then also healing them, it's
The Punisher has retweeted
what?
Black Widow's Red Room rifle with a brand new firing mode.
Okay, so Punisher's the anchor. What does Punisher get out of being the team-up anchor?
Now, while aiming down sights, she can unleash a piercing pulse beam that cuts right through enemies. Lunar Snow powers up this team-up anchor by crafting a specialized ice.
The Black Widow one doesn't even look too bad. If you got good groups of people, hey.
Arrow for Hawkeye. This arrow penetrates through terrain cover, and the farther the target, the
Through terrain?
more damage it packs, even stunning foes beyond a certain distance. Rocket steps up.
That's a little too much. That's funny though. I love that. That's hilarious.
As the team-up anchor by engineering an enhanced bionic spider nest for Penny, one that can coexist with her original while also dropping armor packs. Meanwhile, Penny
We're gonna see a lot more pennies.
ramps up.
So she gets a double nest. Does that increase her? Does that stack on top of each other? If you put a nest and then web on top of each other, those all give you healing. You can tank very well with that. So if this gives you even more healing on top of that,
Rocket's battle rebirth beacon, so that it now spawns cyber webs, spider germs, and arachno mice. However, the enhanced beacon and the original can be active at the same time. When Iron Man leads the trail.
Okay, that's funny. I mean, not much to say there. It's silly. It's cute. I love it.
As the team-up anchor alongside Ultron, things get seriously high-tech. Ultron taps into part of Iron Man's armor might, gaining the power to fire potent unibeam lasers that.
So does Ultron's left click also heal? Did I miss that? Because this is the team up laser, obviously. So this one it heals and damages. It pierces through. Does his regular left click heal?
Everything in their path, damaging enemies while healing teammates. Storm, the team up anchor, and Jeff can combine their might when both of their ultimates are ready, unleashing the fearsome Jeff Nado.
That's
Storm
insane.
directs the swirling Jeff Nado, dealing sustained damage over time before ultimately devouring enemies.
That's insane. You're not going to see that. You're not going to see that. You're going to see that once or twice a week. People don't really play Storm as much as they used to, even though I still think Storm is a really good DPS and a really good flyer. She's okay. I mean, she's not bad, but I still like her. The fact that like her little AOE thing that can up people's damage is pretty nice, pretty good, and also give people speed. Very nice, very good. People don't play Jeff. People don't play Jeff as a strategist that much. I mean, he's very popular. He's popular. He doesn't have a good win rate, which is why he's getting a rework. I just don't think you're going to see that. To see a Jeff and a Storm in the same match is very rare. I play Jeff a lot myself.
The following 4 team-ups are being completely removed. Cheering Charisma, Allied Agents, Ammo Overload, and...
The Luna one was pretty okay. The Luna one just did more damage. That's fine. A Hawkeye Widow one, The Ammo Overload one, that's a bit unfortunate. It was fun. It was fun. And the Symbiote bot was also fun. But, you know, you're not gonna get a Spider-Man one-shot combo 18 times in one match. I cannot complain about that. I cannot complain.
Additionally,
and you can say what you want about Spider-Man, but it's like, I don't know. I don't play Spider-Man myself, so I don't really get hurt by it. So I apologize for any Spider-Man mains hurting out there. I pray for y'all.
Will be removed from the Gamma Charge team up.
So just Namor? I mean, fair. I don't know how I feel about that one. I mean, when you play Hulk, it's very likely that you'll have people switch to Namor and Iron Man. And it's disgusting damage. So maybe that'll be healthier for the game.
In Season 2.0, with heroes like Captain America, Iron Fist, Human Torch, and the arrival of Emma Frost, our battlefield distance shrank. This meant that squad positioning often got tangled, with agile heroes dashing past enemy vanguards to strike at backline targets.
Don't tell me you're nerfing that.
And backline heroes forced into dangerous engagements. This all resulted in a heightened emphasis on team coordination, laser-focused targeting, protective strategies, and precise positioning to back the wing. High mobility lineups, think Venom Spider-Man and Captain America Iron Fist, were wreaking havoc on the field in Season 2.
Combination Captain America, Iron Fist? No, I got my Captain America Lord this season. I don't know, I never really combined, power of friendship with Iron Fist. I feel like that's... I don't know.
Zero. On the flip
I'll hear him out.
Teams using Groot Wars in tandem with Winter Soldier, Namor, Mr. Fantastic, and The Thing could effectively corner these swift adversaries. Meanwhile, the triple strategies battle with their stellar sustain and protection.
I don't see why they're picking out these specific heroes. Because they're like, oh, these specific heroes can counter these specific heroes in this very specific situation. Which I feel like I don't really see that often. No, I'm not like a top tier player. I don't play ranked that much. I just play casually to enjoy quick play. I play ranked with my wife. It's not very serious. But I'm pushing 400 something hours with this game. I don't really see. I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't know what point he's trying to make.
Staff and high mobility threats. All of these reflect the rock, paper, scissors dynamic between different lineups.
Okay.
And let's not forget the powerhouse team-up abilities like Emma Frost, Magneto, Psylocke,
Powerhouse?
Hulk, Iron Man, Namor.
Yeah, powerhouse.
Doctor Strange, Scary Witch.
Yeah.
Plus the Fantastic Four, all proving to be titans on the field. We also recognize that traditional frontline push tactics saw their competitiveness decline in Season 2.0.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of I definitely noticed this season there was a lot more like flanking, aiming for the healers before taking out the tanks. I think overall everyone's like going towards the same strategy. I definitely see a lot larger decline in like traditional frontline, like he's saying, traditional frontline push tactics. Like just two tanks two tanks against two tanks pushing up against each other. There's a lot of flankers. There's a lot of this. A lot of Captain Americas I've been seeing. Like pushing backline, attacking healers, breaking them apart, and then making one big push.
Light-ups resulted in faster, more intense, and sometimes exhausting matches.
Yeah.
Therefore, in Season 2.5, we are adjusting some of the overbearing heroes, and with the arrival of the flying strategist Ultron, new team compositions and strategies will emerge.
Yeah, I definitely think Ultron's going to be very good at like defending the back line, especially because he's the only flying strategist. He looks like he does good damage. I've said all this before, but he really looks like he's going to keep up holding the back line, which I don't know why then they would maybe nerf some people who push back line? Is that what he's saying?
We are nerfing Groot while giving Doctor Strange and Magneto a multi...
Strange getting a buff? He's been nerfed every season? Groot getting a nerf? Fair. He's an insane tank. He's absolutely crazy. I can't give I play Groot. I think I'm about Centurion on Groot. He's insane. Every time I play Groot, he does good damage. Insane damage blocks. Magneto definitely needs a little bit of a buff. He's got good shield, but his damage output it's okay. I don't think it needs to be good.
Observe that Captain
No!
America's enduring survivability and Emma Frost's diamond form have been a bit too dominant.
Okay, fair.
Balance adjustment there too. For duelists,
Cap. Poor Cap. That's another huge. I don't know how big the nerf is, but that's another nerf to him.
Iron Fist.
Nerfing Human Torch? Now, the only time I really see Human Torch, again, take into account my playtime, my rank. I'm not in super high elo lobbies. I don't think Torch is that crazy. Again, maybe I misunderestimate. When I see Torch go crazy is when, our DPS, maybe our tanks aren't going after him. Our tanks not entirely their issue. But like when our DPS don't go after him, if we have like DPS that are ground DPS, can't really aim at the sky. Like Squirrel Girl, maybe kind of Bucky, like a Bucky who can't really hit his air shots. That's when I see Human Torch really go off, because he's just up there with free reign, aiming right down on us. Other than that, a nerf? Is interesting. I can't speak much for Iron Fist or Psylocke. Iron Fist is... I can't really speak. I've seen Iron Fist go crazy, and I've seen Iron Fist absolutely flop. Psylocke is decently strong.
Torch and Psylocke, while providing modest buff to...
What? Buffing Squirrel Girl? Buffing Squirrel Girl? They better not be buffing her damage. That's crazy. Storm getting a buff? Okay. Punisher getting a buff? I don't think that's necessary. Again, I'm not the one all be all of who deserves a buff. Squirrel Girl does not need a buff. A survivability buff? Maybe at the cost of a little less damage.
Squirrel Girl and Storm. Now,
Squirrel Girl really dominates in low-tier lobbies, but not as much in high-tier lobbies. So I don't know what data they're running off of. Squirrel Girl along with Scarlet Witch, they are very dangerous in low-tier lobbies. Not as much high-tier lobbies. And the only reason I say that is because I consume a lot of high-tier lobby player media? I think that's the right way to phrase that. I watch a lot of high-tier players. Obviously, I want to know how to get better, this and that. And they say the same rhetoric. It's also an example in the games they play. Squirrel Girl and Scarlet Witch. I'm just throwing Scarlet Witch in there because, you see a lot of people talk about Scarlet Witch, complain about her, whatever. They don't really dominate high-tier lobbies. So maybe that's what they're running off of.
Opening up a whole new realm of the tactical possibilities.
What would they possibly buff Punisher for?
For strategists, after enhancing some heroes mid-season in Season 2.0, we are now giving Luna Snow an increase to her ultimate ability energy requirements, in exchange for a mid-boost in her standard abilities to keep the overall pace in check in Season 2.5. Jeff the Land Shark will also receive a partial adjustment for a fresh experience.
Adjustment?
Lastly, we are dialing back the power for some of the most dominant team-up abilities, such as the Fantastic Four, the Hulk Namor...
Nerfing all of them? Oh, maybe they're team-ups? Nerfing the Hulk Namor team-up? Fine. I can't complain. As long as they don't ruin it to the ground, I think it's fine.
Pairing, and the Emma Frost Magneto Psylocke team-up.
I don't really know if that one needs a nerf. I don't think their team-up... Their team-up is good. It's fun. Maybe I don't use it properly. I play Magneto a lot of the time. I play Magneto a decent amount. I don't play Psylocke. Maybe it's much stronger than I think. Because it creates a clone that like mimics your movements, right? Does it do... It does damage. Does it? Maybe I'll have to take another look into that.
Refinements combined with our new dynamic team-up ability changes will completely transform the battlefield experience. And that's not all. The details above are just a taste of what's coming. For more in-depth balance updates, keep an eye out for our forthcoming update announcements. Stay tuned, as we will also be releasing the Season 2.0 Hero Pick Race and Win Race very soon.
Okay, I am very interested in that.
Until next time, keep fighting, keep strategizing, and as always, ignite the battle.
Okay. So, do we have... Here. I want to look up Jeff the Land Shark 2.5 changes. Oh, that's a full patch notes. I just want to see an example. This is all... Hold on. Could I get some in the suggested? Wait, is... Here. We're just going to go right to the channel page. Marvel Rivals. Oh, I spelled that completely wrong. Do they have... Oops. Okay. Let's see. They probably have the posts. All casters. Oh, here they are. Here's the balancing changes. Okay, adjustments. Oh, here are the actual patch notes. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Sorry, it's a little late into the video. Cap's taking a slight hit to his survivability and ultimate frequency. Guess even super soldiers need a breather. Base health to 600 from 575. Okay, so he's getting a health buff. Increase the delay of shield recovery from 2 to 4 seconds after unleashing Living Legend. Okay. Increasing the energy cost of Freedom Charge from 2,800 to 3,100. Okay. You can't complain. It doesn't feel like much. You're going to see a lot less ultimates, obviously. I mean, that's, you know. Steven will receive a slight boost in the damage of his standard abilities. Adjust the damage fall-off of Daggers of Danak, starting at 10 meters and reducing to 62.5 at 20 meters. It's to starting at 10 meters and reducing to 80% at 20 meters. Wait. So his will do more damage at a distance. Is that what I'm getting at? Remove the range damage fall off of Maelstrom of Madness. Okay. That's not... yeah, that's good. It's fine. That's nothing much to say there. His damage up close has always been really good. The whoosh, whip, whoosh, melee, the dark magic release, fantastic combo. Increase the range of telepathic pulse from 15.5 to 18 meters. Not much of a distance change. I think it's gonna be really nice. I've noticed that when I use the telepathic pulse, that's the Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember all the names of the abilities, but that is the one where she like does it and it brings the little thing and you shoot the little health pack, the health thing, and it takes away their health. I think so. Decrease the shield value of mines ages from 500 to 400. Yeah, fine. Maybe it was a little strong. I don't know. Increase the cooldown of Carbon Crush from 5 to 6. That's 1 second. That's not too bad. Decrease the hit damage of Crystal Kick from 50 to 40. And decrease the damage dealt when propelling the enemies into a wall from propelling the enemies into a wall. It did 100 damage? That's crazy. Okay. You know, I can't complain about that nerf. Low tier Emmas, I don't think they're going to suffer anything from this. High tier Emmas, I don't think they're going to notice a difference. The numbers will make sense, like if you look at them from an outsider's perspective, but I think during the game, you're not going to notice a difference. Groot, he's still Groot, but with less damage. Less damage, Groot does a lot of damage. Floor Colossus needs some trimming. Decrease the damage of Vine Strike per hit from 70 to 65. Okay. Ironwood Walls cooldown from 8 seconds to 12. Yeah. I think that's going to cause... People are going to more strategically put down his Ironwood Wall. That's fine. Magneto, increase the charging speed of rings from 4 seconds to stack to 3 seconds to stack. Okay. If you're using all his abilities, I guess that's not. Again, that doesn't feel like anything too crazy. Adjust Thor. Adjust hammer throw ability effect to a standard ability. Move the Thor force cost and universal cooldown. Okay, the hammer throw was trash. The hammer throw, we never use it. I've seen top Thors, they never use it. Me myself, when I play Thor, I never use it. It doesn't really do anything. You might as well, like, you'd much rather do the Thor force, the little shield, and then go into awaken mode and just throw lightning at them. Why would you hammer, especially when it costs Thor force? Glad that they removed it. It wasn't too much of an ability. Yeah, adjust the ability cooldown to 6 seconds. Thor gains 1 Thor force from each hammer throw enemy hit. Okay, so his combo's going to be much nicer. His combo's going to be good. He could dash, throw the hammer, awakened mode. You know, it's raising his skill ceiling, I think. Decrease the throw hit damage from 70 to 45 and return damage from 30 to 20. Okay. Yeah, I think with the removing the Thor force cost, which should have been base, but you know, that's a little rough, but you know, not too bad. Increase the shield value gain when consuming Thor force. Adjust the bonus health gain from each Thor force consumed from 100 to 75. And adjust the maximum bonus health from 200 to 150. Yeah. Thor had like, he would dash, he constantly got overshielded. It was very nice to have as Thor, but when you were trying to take down a Thor, it felt like purgatory. Like, no matter how much damage you were doing, he was just getting it back at shields. Especially if he had a medic on him, like, just pumping him full, he was unkillable. Absolutely crazy. I don't know anything about Hawkeye's abilities. He's one of the 3 people I do not play. I don't play him. I haven't played Hela. I literally have not played those 2 ever. Haven't touched them. Increase the base damage of his arrow from 32 to 34. I mean, 2 damage. Reduce projectile damage of blast arrow from 15 to 16. Blast arrow. I literally don't even know what that is. I'm not going to lie. The spell field damage from 32 to 34. Okay. It's 2 extra damage. Increase the maximum focus from 70 to... I don't know what focus is. I don't play Hawkeye. If this means something to you, God bless. I don't know what this means. Increase the charging speed when aiming at an enemy from 100 per second to 108 per second. Charge fall off speed from 30s per second to 32 per second. That means a whole bunch of nothing to me. Goddess of Death is getting a slight increase in her sustained damage. Increase the charge capacity of Night Sword Thorn from 8 to 10. Again, I don't play Hela at all. I don't know any of her abilities. So if that means something to you, that means something to you. Reduce the damage of Fire Cluster from 7 per hit to 6 per hit. I feel like Human Torches really have trouble hitting their left click. And I'm not gonna lie, I do too. I feel like with most left clicks, I feel like his is the hardest to hit. It's not crazy when you're up close, but from a distance, which you usually are as a flyer, and just as a DPS in general, I feel like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Increase the charge speed of Blazing Blast from 2 to 3 seconds. Decrease the shield value gain from Flaming Meteor from 75 to 50. Increase the cooldown from 15. Oh my god. You're going to see a huge drop in Human Torches. I don't know. I really feel like that's... Because they just gave him that buff of the shield value. I don't know. That feels a little rough. Lower the Dragon's defense damage blocked bonus health conversion rate from 1.5 to 1.3. Yeah, that maximum bonus with the parry... Pretty crazy, but I think that's what gave him a higher skill ceiling. Now, I don't know how exactly hard that is. I've played Iron Fist 20 minutes. But, you know, decrease the maximum bonus health converted from damage block from 200 to 175. Okay, not bad. Can't complain. Slightly decrease the dash distance of Yat Ji Chung... I butchered that. In the Z-axis direction where there is no target. Okay. Reduce Dragon's defense cooldown reduction from hits from 1.5 to 1 second. Yeah, there's the parry. So if you do the parry and then you hit, I think for each hit, it takes time off the cooldown, which is good for like combos and whatnot. But lowering that, again, it's going to make a higher skill entry for Iron Fist, which isn't too bad. I think there's certain killers which have a much lower skill entry. You know, I don't know. I feel like it's fine. I don't play Iron Fist too much, so I'm not the say all of it. Iron Man. Remove Iron Man's Gamma Overdrive from the Gamma Charge tune-up. Rough, but fine. Get a new team-up anchor from the Stark Protocol team-up. Decrease the projectile damage of the third repulsor blast from 50 to 45. Okay. And decrease the spell field damage from 60 to 55. Okay. Reduced armor overdrive maximum bonus health from 100 to 50. Okay. I mean, the armor overdrive, that's the where he goes and he powers up the things on his back. He didn't have bonus health from that before in the first, Season 0, Season 1. I think that'll be fine. It's just, they're just, tweaking the upgrade they gave him. Okay, that's not too bad. Namor, increase the cooldown of Blessing of the Deep from 15 seconds to 20 seconds. Okay. Expand Horn of Proteus, inner circle radius from 3 to 3.5 meters. Ooh. I do like his ult. I do like his ult a lot. And outer circle radius from 8 to 9 meters. Decrease the outer circle radius hit damage from 200 to 180. I think overall that's going to be a good change for Namor. I think his ultimate's going to have a wider radius. The stagger effect from it, really nice. The damage was always good, but if it's a 20 damage difference, I think you could still wipe people out while they're in stagger state. It's just Monstro Spawn damage fall off starting at 20 meters, reducing to 30% at 40 meters, reducing to 50% at 40 meters. Okay. Damage fall off, real good. Those are hit scan. The Monstro Spawns do most of the work for Namor. I won't even lie, as someone who plays Namor here and there. The Monstro Spawns do a lot of my work. The damage fall off, fine. I cannot complain. It's going to require people to not sit back all the way in the back line behind the healers as Namor. That's fine. Slight dip in her burst damage, ability, and survivability. Ooh. Decrease the retrieval damage of wing shurikens from 14 to 12 per hit. I don't have enough experience to speak on that. Decrease the invisibility duration of Psylocke stealth from 3 to 2 seconds. Okay. Yeah. Squirrel is getting some love. Better acorns, shorter cooldowns, and improved ability release field. This is nuts. Nuts is crazy. Yeah, nuts is correct. Increase maximum capacity of burst acorns increase the maximum capacity of burst acorns from 10 to 12. Okay, so that's just her ammo. And that's nothing. Decrease the cooldown of Mammal Bond from 12 to 10 seconds. I don't think that's going to do too much. Optimize the user experience of Squirrel Girl Blockade, Tail Bounce, and Unbeatable Squirrel Tsunami. Optimize the user experience. So what does that mean? I don't know exactly what that means. They're just gonna... I guess we'll have to see it, right? Peter's having his ultimate frequency reduced, but his ultimate power increased. Increase the energy cost of Galactic Legend from 3,100 to 3,400. Ooh. Extend the maximum target range from 30 meters to 40 meters. Okay. Just the fall-off damage reducing to 60% at 40 meters. And now it reduces 75% at 40 meters. Okay, not that bad. Range, Star-Lord's ability, it's pretty easy to counter, given specific maps, given team positioning, all that. I don't have a problem countering it. I don't know if this might be a little bit worse for him. Having to do so much more to earn it. The damage fall off. I don't know. We'll see. Increase, for Storm, increase damage of Omega Hurricane, ultimate ability from 150 to 160. Okay. Her ability was pretty good, but I do think sometimes it was definitely a little lackluster, especially when you have people who could really easily get out of the way. I personally would increase the movement speed. I'd probably add 1 or 2 seconds onto it. Definitely increase the movement speed, so she has more control over it. But although she does get to pick where it spawns, so, it's nothing. Maybe it's fine. Maybe the damage will do exactly what it needs to do. Punisher, reduce the movement slow rate of Final Judgment from 20 to 10% when not firing and 40 to 30% when firing. Okay. The one problem I do notice with Punisher is that when he pops his ultimate and there's team around a corner, they just, they slowly move around the corner, avoid the whole thing. It's a good way to keep people out of the way, especially if you're getting pumped full of heals. Can't complain about this. As a buff, when it comes to buffs, not bad. Not bad. I was gonna say, what could they possibly do to buff Punisher? I think this is good. Increase adjudications magazine size from 30 to 40. Single hit damage from 18 to 19. Slightly reduced spread when firing. Okay. Can't complain there. 1 damage, 10 extra bullets, and nothing. Oh my gosh, this is huge for Jeff. Add a new effect to Joyful Splash. Now also deals damage to enemies at 70-second, but not through enemies. Damage fall starts at reduced healing per second. Wait. Reduce the healing? Whoa. Joyful Splash. That's his spit, right? Reduced healing per second from... Reduced his healing? Reduced his healing? No, that was his whole issue. Am I crazy? His whole issue was that he couldn't heal. You had to do so much to just get some heals off. But so Joyful Splash now does damage to enemies? Okay. Aqua Burst. So that's the Aqua Burst to a charge ability. Max 3 charges. 3 seconds per charge. New effect. Direct hits now launch enemies up. Increase spell field damage from 40 to 45. We're gonna move on. Change the effect of Healing Bubble from one-time healing to healing over time. Okay. I can't complain about that. That's good. I'm gonna tear up because this feels like bullying. Increase healing amount from the previous instance 85 to 120 over 4 seconds. Oh, I like that. I do like that. Reduce max charges from 6 to 3. Ugh. Okay, well, actually, with the healing difference... Okay, remove the enemy launch-up effect. Why? I don't know about the launch-up effect. I feel like it was funny. It didn't do much. Okay, I don't feel like that's that bad. Added a new effect to Hide and Seek. It now has an energy cap that drains by 20s... Wait. It now has an energy cap, 120, that drains by 20 per second while submerged and restores 15 per second when not. Reduced healing while submerged from 35 per second to 15 per second. Okay, the one thing I will give them is Jeff's survivability was insane. Jeff did have insane survivability. The fact that they're nerfing that, it feels like bullying with all the other nerfs on him. But that is the only nerf that I'm like, okay. Because Jeff would right click, bubble, dive, bubble, dive, right click. His survivability was crazy. He was an insane DPS. I feel like they're trying to make him more of a healer. I am kind of scared that they're trying to push him towards a heal bot. I don't know. I have to see these. I don't feel good about this. But I'm willing to see it. I play Jeff here and there. I really like him. Maybe the bubbles are really going to carry. We'll see. It's Jeff. Ultimate ability. Overflow healing on swallowed allies now grants 45 health per second as a bonus. Up to... Ooh. So they get bonus health. When swallowing allies? Okay. I think that's gonna raise his skill ceiling. I do think that's gonna make some... You can do something with his... with allies. Can't complain about that. Increases damage reduction received when taking critical hit from 50 to 70. The problem with that is that Jeff has a huge head. Very easy to headshot. That's rough. Luna Snow. Increase light and dark ice healing amounts and damage from 20 per round to 22. Not bad. Add a new effect to Absolute Zero. Now grants 50 bonus health per enemy hit. Oh, okay. Not bad. Increases the energy cost of Fate of Both Worlds 4,500 to 4,500 to 5,000. Okay. Fine. Rocket Raccoon. Blasting off ammo overload. Yeah. Reduce repair mode. Direct hit healing amount from 55 to 50. Did they make Rocket Raccoon's healing worse? Is that what I'm reading right now? Is that they made his healing worse? We saw the team-up abilities, but here are the anchors. As a team-up anchor, Luna Snow gains a 50% increase in healing. Okay. Jeff Nato. Storm gains the Sark. Who's the anchor here? Storm gains the Sark Surge ability through a team-up. Jeff gains the If Jeff Nato. Okay. That's just it. They get the team-up. Team-up anchor. Punisher gains a maximum health increase of 25 and a 5% boost in damage output. Ooh, we're going to see some crazy... Punishers are going to be pushing some numbers. Rocket Raccoon, Penny Parker. As a team-up anchor, Rocket gains a 5% increase in healing effects. Oh, okay. So they took the healing from this and they just put it into his anchor. Okay, so they essentially made him the same? Team-up is active. Rocket's BRB is upgraded to a web beacon. Penny Parker unlocks a new armor's planet nest. Yeah. Stark Protocol. Team-up anchor. Iron Man gets a 5% boost in damage output. Okay, that's why they took away the Hulk. The Hulk upgrade. Fine. That makes sense. That makes sense in retrospect. So team-up anchor. Venom gains a maximum health increase of 150. Yeah, Venom needs more health. Venom needs more health. You're kidding me. Okay. Now I know Venom already had the health from the symbiote unleashed, whatever it is, with Penny and Spider-Man. I feel like Venoms already have so much health. Whatever. Adjusted and removed. Balance changes. Decrease the Atlas Bond team up. Anchor damage boost from 15 to 10. Okay. Fantastic Four. This is their team up. Increased cooldown of Storm siblings by Harmony. Okay, so their team up got reduced from, it got upgraded from 20 seconds to 25 seconds. Not too bad. Gamma Charge. Hulk. Increased Gamma Monstro cooldown from 15 to 20 seconds. Okay. That's okay. Mental Projection. Emma and Psylocke. Emma, Frost, Magneto, and Psylocke. Proportion of damage caused by the resonance, the magnetic resonance, and the soul resurgence. Illusions from 30% to 20%. Okay. So they did do damage. That's fine. You know what? I can't complain about any of that. Overall, this is a 50-minute video. Either way, I feel like excited for the changes. I'm hurting for Jeff right now. I am excited to see the difference in playstyle. Now, let me tell you, I do play Jeff. I don't usually play DPS Jeff. I really don't. I like to heal. I'm just a little guy. I just like playing Jeff. I feel like we're going to see a drop in DPS Jeffs, which is fine. I don't know how I feel about the Joyful Splash healing decrease. That feels rude. That feels nasty. Everything else, I agree. I could see the benefit in most of these changes. A few of them feel just like a little weird. Obviously, I think there's a little bit of an issue of trying to make everything balanced. Because obviously when we started off the game, it felt like every character was overpowered. Maybe that's because a lot of people didn't have a proper understanding of the game. And so everything just felt very strong. Because, people were... A lot of new people to this kind of game. This team-based game where it's like 6v6. A lot of people haven't played these kind of games. Obviously, we've had Overwatch, Team Fortress 2, and people from those. I don't think we've gotten anyone from Team Fortress 2. We've gotten a lot of Overwatch players into Marvel Rivals, and these people, they know what they're doing. What I was saying before that was, I think there's an issue with trying to make everything balanced because you push towards a very stale meta, but that's fine. That's fine. Overall, very excited for the new season. Obviously excited for Ultron. Ultron Jeff team. Maybe that's why they lowered the damage on Jeff, is so Ultron and Jeff aren't just doing insane damage. I don't know. I feel like I really have to see the Jeff changes to get it. Because reading on paper, it literally just feels like they're like, oh. Dunked them right into the trash. It feels like bullying. Either way. Either way, this was a way too long video. But if you enjoyed today's video, show up next time. Same shit, different day. But until next time, stay safe and take care of yourself. And have a great day tonight, depending on your time zone. If you're not my time zone, you're wrong. Sorry, that's how it is. But, hey. Comes out May 30th. Excited to see the changes. But other than that, that's all for today. And I will see ya.